We will, however, have to do the quick storage quickly or it will go away. Now, fast charge is available all over the place, but if we're not really using Zebra anyway, if we're mostly using turf surfing, then that isn't too relevant to us. Oh, speaking of turf surfing, just totally missing that here. No, hang on. Let's go this way and punch it. We'll need Zebra for this bit though, just... I mean, turf surfing could have done this as well, but... Zebra's gonna be cleaner. Okay. Turf brew. No, we're not over quota, so we need to make it to the goal. Right now. 20 seconds for smashing 3 lumps. We better warp.
Should we go there?
I'm really pushing my luck here. Yeah, I'm not even going to stop to hit these bananas here. That we need the goal and we need it now. I'm cutting it way too close. 16 seconds. Okay. That's much riskier than it should have been, but we got it. Let's continue going surf. And then we'll go for the fossil over here from plucking this. We don't want to bust down too many trophonoids yet because of possible diminishing returns. We want to save that bonus for later. Okay. There we go. I mean, I guess if we're going for lots of goals plus the gold multiplier, then gold champ would make a lot of sense. Okay. Balloon, yeah. Now that we have a balloon bonus. Ostrich, yes, we want it. That will require grabbing one of these. Yeah, because Ostrich solves a couple of traversal problems at high. We're also over quota for the time being. So again, we can just take this as a collection round. What am I even doing for chips? I think punch power might make a certain amount of sense here, but we've also got a chip hoarder right now though, right? So yeah, let's just hoard chips. And surf around to sweep up the collection. Island by island, if we can. I think that's probably the most sensible way to go about it, so. Yeah, just keep going and we'll run up the gold multiplier. Which you can see in the top left, we just run it way up by going for surfing all over the place. So we don't even need to worry about enemy-based goals necessarily. Then 2 levels over here. Yeah, we'll continue with that. And this is down below in the bowl. Yeah, we can do that. Oh. We haven't even defeated enemies or chips yet, but go chip order. And then Here we are. Guess we should start working on Gold Champ at some point, but let's go up. Where's the snake? That's down below. Now we're almost out of time for this wave, so we should use the warp if we can. Oh. What do we need? A balloon? We should warp over here for the goal.
Should we go there?
Because then we can stay over quota. Each goal is going to be worth quite a bit at this point, so... Continue. Yeah, goals and Trailfinoids seem to be the answer here. Let's go Zebra to take out some of these. Not Zebra, but Elephant, rather. Because that'll be easiest to work with. Okay. Then the chip bonus off of Chip Hoarder is what we're going for here.
I knew we could do it.
Then yeah, let's continue with Surf.
Let's give it a try.
Yeah, it feels like Skip Groove is probably a good route here if you actually know how to play it, which we really don't. Let's go for the heart over here. Turf surfing is by itself an objective, which synergizes beautifully. Do we have a snake? Yes, we do. Okay. Oh, I guess maybe we would need to take something here. Yeah, there we go.
We made it. You scored a skill.
Yeah, I mean, we do enough surfing of water that the improved bonus for surf seems to be better there. So again, this is currently still round 5. Round 6 we'll get a banana reset, so we should do as much as we can before that becomes relevant. Which means, among other things, taking some surf. Where was that fossil? Right here. And then... Okay. Where even is that? There we are. Come on. Just need to dive and then punch. Just run over here to clear some of this stuff. This looks like Fragmentone Escort, though, which might be too time consuming to be worthwhile. Let's clear fossils in the area. Okay. And we'll see what we want to warp out of this. What's the objective? The objective is just turf surfing, so why don't we just do it? And then fossil over on that side. Okay, that's easy enough. Let's prioritize bananas and fossils before to reset. Emerald Negotiator gives you a nice big base multiplier for that. So now we're at about 20k per goal. We haven't done a goal-based run in such a long time. So yeah, this is almost certainly Fragmentone Escort. I don't know if we'll bother. Takes way too long. Although I think you just pop these and then lead them. Well, maybe it's not too bad, but let's take a look. Oh no, it's all the way down here. That's a mess. I'm not going to bother. We're going to... Oh, we're still on a turf server objective. Hang on. Well, I just realized. Okay, so... Oh, we can snake back out of here, I think. Let's see. Roof Groove. Negotiator. Yeah, so it's this guy, but then... I need to take him over, and then... I'll lead him over here. I'll grab one. Oh, and it didn't even follow us the whole way. We were too fast. Well, that was a waste. Yeah. Okay, that was a waste of time. Let's just warp here.
Should we go there?
Yeah, I outpaced him by too much. Went ahead. Oh, right, because we skipped these bananas earlier since we were in a desperate position. Let's just go back here and then defeat what we can. Yeah, 180 off of that one. Not that we're anywhere near looting it. If I have a snake. Everybody's kind of at the central island. So. Oop. Like all 5 types are there, I believe. We can find them, of course. Going too fast for this. Ostrich, where's the snake? There's one here, it's somewhere. I just can't find it. You gotta be kidding. Let's, where's my snake? Oh, I don't remember this well enough. Okay, here's a snake. Won't be quick enough to spawn the next objective, unfortunately. And we'll be out of time for bananas. I think we've got no warps, so we'll have to eat the reset. Also means we won't have Kong Bonanza. I don't think it matters too much. We shouldn't have burned the warp when we did. But in any case, the thing that we need is more surfing anyhow, so... We can always burn some time just by crossing water for the next objective. The million looks a long ways off, though. We can't just do it by goals. I think we need something a lot bigger. Yeah, Crocod's over there. We can just circle the island, hit some puzzles, and get there our way. Then, yeah. Okay. Getting over 100k. So maybe it will stack up nicely. Especially if we eventually really increase the chip count with something like that multiplier. Gold champ at this point. I mean, we're not defeating very many enemies, that's the thing. I feel like the turf surf is actually more consequential at the moment. Okay, grab a chunk of turf surf. Look at what we're doing. And then there is a banana in there. Trunk room. Not that we're really using elephant after all. I think we'll just head towards the fossils even. And just try to get the objective to fire since we deserve so much.
I knew we could do it.
Yeah, I think we just stack objectives at this point. The Emerald Negotiator bonus will be quite nice if we take it further. I don't know which is the better multiplier at this point off the top of my head. I am not really calculating it. But if I have an ostrich, that'll be all the way back at base. Let's just grab fossils first. Yeah, and then lots more fossils over on this side. Pump them since we're here. Yeah, Chip Thief didn't actually turn out to be that interesting. We'll do Trail Finoid just in case we need some kind of sudden burst in the last round. You know, I'm not really building that nicely for them at the moment. Okay, Gold Champ. I think at this point we take it. That's going to be quite a bit extra for any kind of defeat goal. We need to make sure we have enough time in the remaining rounds to actually do a sufficient number of goals, because High Five and Ostrich is going to be all the way back over here. And maybe it does make sense to go back first and then sweep the fossil again. Unless there's a good reason to just maybe continue surfing first to run up that counter before we hit the objective. Yeah, really run that thing up. If you know where the Glitzoid is, which I really don't recall, I feel like there's a Glitzoid route here that we're definitely underrating.
Should we go there?
Where's the ostrich? Here somewhere. Everybody's here somewhere. Just can't find them. Okay, not a lot of time remaining to get up to the million, unfortunately. That's going to be rough. Where's the ostrich? It's here somewhere. It's moving too quickly, I can't see. Where's the ostrich? There's zebra. There's the ostrich. Okay. Yeah, I think Groove Road is clearly the way to go at this point. I mean, if we can stack Skip Groove, that would be great, but if I can't do it very deliberately, then we really shouldn't. Go for a swim, easy enough. Just take a dip. Yeah, if we just rush goals at this point, that seems to be the way. I think it makes sense to go for Magic Wallet now, and then we'll really run it with multiplier immediately. We can go for the ostrich banana over there. Feed emerald buzzoids. Yeah, we just need to throw things at them. There's some of the trailphenoids. Might be a good time to whack them, actually. While we can still have a huge multiplier. On the other hand, I think the goal is going to matter more. Okay. Couldn't even see how much we were collecting there. Buzzoids at the big watermelon. Do we have time to surf over? I think we do. Now we'll throw towards them inwards. Also, we've got elephants going on here that we'll have to deal with. Not that I could loot any of that stuff. Come on. Get in here. Oh, only times 80. That's very meager. It's really the goal itself that matters. And let's see about the trailphenoids, since we do have the bigger bonus on them. Okay. Can I? Oh, we're on a swim. That's great. That's easy. It's gonna be close to them. Come on. Where are those trailphenoids? There we go. Where is it? Okay, 440 over there. Defeat the buzzoids near a watermelon chunk. We're already in the area. Two more rounds to stack up 500k. Let's see if we can get that done. At this point, the negotiator bonus is probably going to be better. Defeat the squealoids. They're right here. Oh, missing the surf. Yeah, it's not much of an enemy multiplier at all, actually. I don't think we go for that road. I think we just hit objectives where we can. And surf where we can. Hit a checkpoint. Oh yeah, they're replaced by Mario flags. We hit those checkpoints. There we go. Okay. At this point, yeah, we continue to go for that. I think we'll have time to do it as long as we hit objectives. And continue surfing from place to place. Okay. Defeat buzzoids, we're at right here. Great. Don't even need to go far. Very conveniently placed objectives here, in fact. I think one more goal will just do it, as long as we don't take a loss after that. Defeat crocois right here. It's a perfect place to fill this out. Perfect, okay. Okay, that gets us over the 1,000,000. Yeah, the Trailfinoid thing didn't pan out at all. Like, it's not even getting over 1,000 multiplier for those, so... Really isn't the way. Absolutely a red herring. At least with what we were going for. Used barrel cannon, if only I remembered where to find one. I feel like at the very least it was... one hanging about somewhere in the central position. I truly don't recall. We can probably just surf until we find one. There are some that kind of shoot you across the fruit. From what I remember. And... regardless, we're over the 1,000,000 anyway. It's not a big deal if we completely blow it. Yeah, because I think there were cannons just kind of shoot you through the watermelon here. Okay. And there we go, barrel cannon. Yeah, every objective just gets you a massive amount at this point. I mean, we could go for this massive chip bonus just for its own sake. We could, in fact, afford the 500 chip upgrades on one of the bonanzas if we absolutely wanted to. It would give us more of a chip bonus for defeats. Enemy defeats in some manner. Fractonium's easy enough, we'll just go back to where there are fractones. At this point, what matters more? Circ groove, with multiplier? Yeah, because then we just go back. There's a fractone right here. Why not? For its own sake. Feed the crocoids, we're at... over here. At this point, we just warp. Okay. Yeah, really kind of a meager multiplier, but
I knew we could do it.
whatever works. Just stack an enormous number of chips that we don't need. Defeats squealoids. Way over here, we'll need to surf for it. Yeah, Elfin's not great if you back him with water, in fact, because then you just wind up with water that you can't actually use for surfing. We'll just get rid of these guys. See if these Trailfinoids do anything anymore. And we'll just stack that up just for its own sake. Oh, look at that. 3505 on that one, which... okay, high five an elephant. No, we're too far off to do it. So yeah, I guess if you go for the Trailfinoid route, you can in fact loot a ton off of it once you get the chips rolling as well. So that is a viable second option, which we totally failed to loot here, I think. But Trailfinoids just kind of go off into space, right? So it's a little tricky to actually collect from them. You have to be pretty delicate about it. Regardless, we got the win. So we got our void goal bonus up to 150k per goal.
Spectacular!
Okay. So yeah, on the second run, although the first one was extremely abortive, the first run, of course, where we just failed on the third round due to not being able to find a hidden tone. Rather embarrassingly, but here, clearly over the line. And obviously there's a lot of room to improve on that as well, but that felt pretty easy once we just decided to go for surfing the whole time and realized that the gold multiplier would sort itself out. There was an earlier event, I think it was back on the hilltop layer, very early on in this whole sequence of Emerald Rush challenges that we essentially solved with the same road. And yeah, we got that 3505 multiplier right at the very end after not really seeing anything north of 1,000 for the longest time. So let's take a look at this. Again, it pays to be extremely focused. Some of this stuff we didn't really end up using. There was a surf route, a trailphenoid plus chip route, and ultimately the surfing was what paid off the most. Surfing plus the base bonus on the negotiator. Okay, a DK coin statue in the Southwest Shallows. Try to remember that. More bananium chips we don't use anymore. Statue of Kitty Kong also in the Southwest Shallows. So we'll go for that. Okay. Pretty simple. Let's go back to DK Island. What's this about the Southwest Shallows? So, which way is which? This is northeast. This is southwest, over here. We'll see what we've collected. And there we go. More of the DKC era characters. Where's that coin? The coin is up top. With the DK64 crew. Okay, so that works out. Alright, so as usual, we kind of got this done within 2 quick attempts. And we can stay on longer for some additional activities. Typically what I do when we get the Emerald Rush challenge done this quickly is just run some more standard Emerald Rush, which we had progressed all the way up to difficulty 5 on everything. There is currently also the DK challenge, which is the event that's running until September that we've shown off a little bit of when it was first introduced a couple of weeks ago, where we still have some objectives to hit over there as well. That involves a couple of levels that I haven't seen since my original run through the game a year ago, though, so I think we might want to review and relearn a lot of what's going on there first before I tackle it straight away. So we may actually do something different today in terms of switching gears. Because, of course, as people who have been around here regularly are aware, we've been pushing deep into the postgame in Splatoon Raiders, and we hit a bit of a progression wall yesterday that we've been grinding against, so we might actually go back there to push against it some more, instead of continuing with more Bonanza today, as we typically do. So, I think what we'll do is we'll leave off here when it comes to Bonanza today and keep it very, very short. And we'll double back over to Splatoon instead, since we didn't finish the thing I was crashing against yesterday as well as I would have liked, despite getting very, very close. So we'll be gone for just a few minutes while we kind of switch gears, reorient the stream, relabel everything, switch the software out, etc. But expect me back very shortly. And of course, in terms of Bonanza, we have one other event that's going to be coming in 3 weeks' time. And perhaps we'll string together some of the DK Challenge content with that then. The next event, as far as I know, is going to be on the Lagoon layer, and it is going to be at long last the Zebra feature, which might be a challenge considering that Zebra is probably the one that I use the least when it comes to Emerald Rush and some of the tech involved with it, like the various throwing skills, the spin slam, spin shot, etc. They have properties attached to them that I'm likely not going to be able to take advantage of in the most efficient fashion. So that's one to look forward to, and as with this week, it's just on a 3-week cadence again until the next Emerald Rush event, which is very nice, much better than the 6-week gaps that we were getting earlier in the year. So we'll be back in just a few minutes on the live stream. But for now, that's another Bonanza challenge in the bag.